Hi, my name's Paula, and I want to talk to you about soft skills or non-technical skills and how they contribute to a high-performing culture. What we need to do is take a measurement, and the measurement is an assessment of your culture. First of all, it gives you a baseline, but it gives you areas of focus. And I would include employees and contractors in that because they all contribute to your culture. Once you have that, you can have a look at what's required and who your focus areas are, the people that you need to involve in that to make sure that it's targeted effectively. So then you can have a look at a program and what a program looks like. And this can include workshops and training, and it will give you who your target groups are and the topics that you want to cover. And you can also include coaching, and coaching is important because it embeds or it integrates the learnings that you take from the workshops. That coaching can be dynamic coaching within the working environment. It can be group coaching, or it can be individual coaching. It can be coaching at executive levels all the way down to the workforce. This can then be measured as you pass through a program, and it's important that you're able to do this so that you can identify trends, you can see the direction of travel. Are you focusing on the right areas? So this needs to be assessed constantly to ensure that the direction of travel is the way that you want it to go. Then it allows you to reset if you need to. But what do these soft skills or these non-technical skills include? We would be looking at things like leadership skills. Leadership skills are vitally important because leaders create culture, according to Ed Cashin. Those leadership skills can include communication, emotional intelligence. For the workforce, we would also be looking at things like psychological safety, growth mindset, and there's relationships between these. A growth mindset is required. You need to be open to change and to do things differently. But growth mindset is difficult if you don't have psychological safety. Psychological safety is the environment where this gets to be expressed, where people get to raise their concerns or get to talk about their innovations, their ideas and their thoughts. Emotional intelligence sits at the center of all of this. It's how you respond to these things. And emotional intelligence is a skill. It's a skill that we can learn. It's a skill that we can practice. And it's a skill that we can develop to be self-aware and then be able to manage ourselves. So our environment allows for psychological safety and then a growth mindset. At the end of a program, there needs to be a remeasure. You need to see where you've been and where you are now as a comparison. We usually recommend that this is about 18 months to 2 years after your baseline measurement because a cultural shift takes that long, and it needs patience and it needs commitment to that. Otherwise, you start to suffer from initiative fatigue. Let it work and be confident and have faith that it will. So what are the benefits of a culture that has embraced the non-technical skills? Well, what you can see is increased team cohesion, where teams work well together, they collaborate well together. And that's not just within their own teams, but that's outside their own teams as well. So you're breaking down silo working. You'll also see innovation. You'll see improved problem solving. You'll see improved communication and the sharing of information, not just within teams, but across the whole organization. And that's top down, but it's also bottom up because the environment gives permission for that to happen. These are the benefits that you can experience. So you'll see efficiency, improvements in performance, improvements in safety, greater agility. And these are all the things that we want from a high-performing culture. So how does this benefit the wind industry? The wind industry is new and it's innovative. And having done some work with Wind Europe, my understanding is that it is looking to attract talent from other industries. So what you will find yourself with is potentially a lot of different experiences, a lot of different skills, and it's how to integrate those in a way that's successful for the wind industry. And that does require a great growth mindset. That does require psychological safety. It requires good leadership for sure. And the wind industry will then be able to harness those skills, be able to harness those experiences, and to be more innovative as it moves forward and it transitions.